What if I told you you could make the greatest academic comeback of all time? You could take your grade from getting D's, E's every single test to getting B's and A's with literally less effort. Well, I've actually managed to do this myself. I used to get the worst grades known to man, like the barely a pass, not even a pass sometimes. And I've also helped several people change their grades. And it was all because of 3 simple actions most people do not do, and this is the reason why they don't improve their grades. And I'm not going to tell you how to do deep work for the millionth time before. This will allow you to improve your focus so you can work less, improve your mental efficiency, and get a crystal clear sharp mind so you can actually work hard on the right things. You see, around 3 years ago I was in my martial arts class. It was a Wednesday night and I remember everything so vividly. You always do like 30 minutes of sparring, and at this point I wouldn't class myself as like the Mike Tyson or like bloody Bruce Lee or anything like that because I was terrible. But I was wearing like a purple belt, so I was really close to getting a black belt. And I remember this person walks in front of me, I'm sparring him, and he's basically a beginner. And like always, my body was there. I had my guard up, I was throwing tons of kicks to this guy's forehead, and everything was normal. Except, a few months later, as soon as we begin the sparring session, I remember the teacher set a mock exam literally for the next day. You know, he was one of those teachers that just set homework or like a random exam for the next day and expect you to just like do tons of revision, right? But anyway, as soon as I think of that, my mind just disappears from the moment. So at this point, I'm just getting tanked by this beginner. He's throwing tons of punches, I'm just taking them because I'm not in the moment. You know, my mind's just thinking about how badly this exam is going to go. Because if I think to every single exam I've done in the past, every single time it's gone terribly. You know, if you actually choose to study for the exam, I always forget what I'm studying, or like I just run out of time. And I remember that Wednesday night I got no sleep at all. I was just staring at the ceiling because I was so anxious. I was so scared about this exam because it was like a mock exam. It was pretty important, right? But when I was sparring this person and I was staring at the ceiling, that's when I realized I had to change my grades, because if I didn't, every single time the grade would keep on getting worse, worse and worse. And this is basically what happened every single time I had a test like near like next week or something. I would say, nah, I don't need to study for it, I don't need to study for it, I've got time. And I'll leave it until the last minute until I know time to study, and that's when I'll get super anxious. That's when I start to sort of feel super scared, right? But after a couple of weeks I managed to solve this problem. I actually started to see drastic changes in my grades. I went from getting E's, D's to getting C's, and then eventually B's, and then eventually A's. You see, the first thing I did was I actually learned what a system was. And before you click off, you need to realize this, because I guarantee if you just solve this one problem, your grades will improve the next time you have a test, whether that's in a week, whether that's in like literally tomorrow. You see, for every single event you have in your life, you're always going to go through this system process. And this is basically what this system is. You have an input that turns into a process that gives you an output based on the inputs, and then you get feedback. The problem I had myself, and I'm guessing like 90% of students have this, is they would do the inputs, they would have the process, and then they would get the same output, which was them getting like bad grades, but they didn't do any feedback because the inputs just stay the same. You know, they do the same methods for studying. They don't actually intake the information and they expect to just like get higher grades. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Because when you actually do this entire system process, and especially with feedback, that's when you can start to change your inputs to actually improve your studying. Because when you improve your inputs, you get better outputs. It's that simple. It's like, for example, when my grades were doing terribly, every single test I would do the same thing. You know, I would get this terrible grade like an E. I was like, oh, that's terrible. You know, maybe I should study harder. Maybe I should do more flashcards, right? But that's the problem. I was just doing flashcards, so I didn't actually apply that information. And every single time I would just get the same result. But as soon as I actually changed my inputs, I said, right, flashcards aren't working. Let's do past papers as well. Let's combine them both, right? That's when my grades started to skyrocket. And I know this is a bit different to all the other study videos you hear. Like, you know, you gotta do the Pomodoro. You gotta do all these fancy pants productivity tactics to improve your grades. But that's not what you need. What you need first to do is improve your inputs so you get a better output. And that's when you can start to implement all the other things like in my videos, what I say, right? And this is why my combination, like I do flashcards and then do past papers, that usually works so well. Because the first part of this, the flashcards, allow you to intake the information. It allows you to like connect the dots, right? But that only causes the information to stay in your short-term memory. But to actually get it to your long-term memory, you actually need to apply it. You need to apply it into scenarios, and you do that with past papers, right? So this is going to be your first actionable step. All I want you to do is write down this system process. You got the inputs, you got the process, you got the outputs, and then you got the feedback. You need to fill in the blanks. What is your current input? What is your process? Like, how do you intake the information, right? And then what is the output? And the output is probably bad grades, right? Then what we have to do is ask ourselves, how can we improve our inputs? Maybe the studying method we use is just terrible, or maybe your inputs are great, you know, you actually remember the information, but maybe you just lack feedback, so you don't actually know what your weakness is with like the topics or the subjects, right? Trust me, when you actually do this, you'll realize your constraints, because a lot of the times you don't really know what the problem is. You just get the bad grade and you realize, oh yeah, I'm probably just stupid, I'm just retarded, right? The problem is you don't know what to work on, and that causes causes you to feel anxious for every single test because you know it's going to be terrible. So now I'm going to move on to the second part of the video, which I've actually never said on this channel, and it is something called Laborit's law. And I don't actually know if I'm pronouncing that right, but if someone can just correct me in the comments, that would be really appreciated. But basically what this law meant is organisms will always choose a course of action that appears to require the smallest amount of effort or expenditure of energy. And if you're always struggling to like study every single day and stay consistent, you need to make sure you complete the task as soon as possible, because what happens to most people is they come back from school, right? They have no energy to study, they have no energy to focus, so they don't do it. They scroll on their phone, and that drains their energy even more, because you only have a limited amount of focus points in the day. The biggest productivity hack I learned is allocating my energy and my focus to the things that actually matter first in the day. Instead of, waking up with my phone next to me and just scrolling for like half an hour, I get up and work on my business, I get up and study for like 1 hour. And then what I've done is I've allocated all that energy into my work, so I get a bigger output, like I said before, right? And this is known as a concept of limited willpower. You only have a limited amount of willpower in a day, and this is why it's so hard to like stay productive the entire day. So what you need to do is, as soon as possible, you need to just study, whether that's waking up before school. And I know this isn't favored by a lot of people. I've talked to like a lot of students and they don't want to do this, or they already wake up early, so maybe you can't do that. So maybe you come back from school, you take a nap, and then you get that energy back. But that flow is amazing, not gonna lie, but that will allow you to get the energy back to study. So that is going to be your second actionable step. You need to make sure you actually allocate your energy and focus points effectively in the day. Don't wake up and scroll, don't wake up and eat a giant bowl of carbs that just like ruin your brain, right? Now the third thing I did that was equally as important as all the other points in this video is creating a ritual, specifically a ritual around your work and not anything else. And I don't mean some weird cult thing or anything like that. I simply mean you need to make sure you have a consistent way of working. Whenever I wake up on like the weekends or the weekdays, I wake up at like 5 AM, right? I wake up, I usually take like a cold shower, and then I just work on something, usually my business, right? I work on my business in the morning just because that requires the most energy. But for you, I'm guessing that's studying. So maybe you wake up and then you do like a past paper, you go over flashcards. The point is, when you actually create a ritual or a routine you can follow every single day of every single week, that's when it becomes a habit, and that's when you really improve your inputs to get a better output, because your brain always associates like a time, a location, all these things, right, into a habit. This isn't mentioned in the book Atomic Habits, but basically every single habit is tied to a time and a location, and that's because our brain loves consistency, it loves routines, right? Why do you think schools have like these giant timetables? It's because humans just love routines. So a quick question I want to ask you is, what is your ritual? What is your routine? How will you work? I like to have like a document every single time I open my desktop which tells me like instructions, like a SOP, which is a standard operating procedure when I go to do my work. I linked like a playlist that I listen to when I'm working. The point of this part of the video is you need to make sure you have a ritual or a consistent way of working. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's simply you need to know the system process. You need to know the inputs, the processes, the outputs, and the feedback. And when you tie the feedback onto the inputs, that's when you improve your grades. And this is exactly how I've helped several people just like yourself drastically improve their grades in like a few months. And if you want a free coaching call with me where I can literally give you this entire process, this entire system process for studying, so you know exactly what to do. Maybe you just want some productivity advice for your business, and also get access to a ton of free resources, click the first link in the description or the pinned comment to join my free community, okay? And also, if you enjoyed this video, there's going to be a video on screen that you can click right now. Binge that if you want. You're going to get up in the face again. Goodbye. Whoa.